I will start by talking about the problem we identified, how we are solving it today, and also our plans for the future. So starting with the problem, we identified two main issues with traditional carrier vetting. The first one is that it's actually disconnected from your daily workflows. The tools that you usually use for carrier vetting, they live outside of your workflows or they require integrations. And the second issue that we identified is that the data used for vetting is usually incomplete or static. So we created SuperProtect to address both of these issues. SuperProtect is pretty much a completely integrated fraud risk alert system. Everything will be inside Super Dispatch. You never will have to leave your workflow. It also provides this proactive fraud detection that uses proprietary data. So it uses a combination of external data sources from places like FMCSA and internal data as well. We believe that this is really important for you to be able to do easy vetting and carrier monitoring because our internal data is something that only we have. The external data is something that fraudsters can easily access. They know what is being tracked, what is not being tracked. Internal data is something that is unique, and now you'll have access to it via SuperProtect. So how does it show up in product? So as I mentioned, SuperProtect is intended to be completely integrated within your workflow. So you'll see it in three main moments in your workflows. When you are reviewing load requests from carriers, when you are sending direct offers to carriers, and while you are viewing a carrier profile. Whenever you see SuperProtect, you will also see whether a carrier is flagged, the associated risk level, and also some context on why this alert was triggered. You will never see an alert that just says passed or failed. You'll have some context so that you can dig deeper and do a complete vetting on your own. And instead of just describing it, I will do a little demo so that you actually see how it looks like in product. You'll see the real-time alerts. So here we are on Shipper TMS. Here I have all my loads. If I will go to my requests, so I have 4 carrier requests for this first load. If I open, I'll see, okay, this first carrier is verified, but SuperProtect label says this carrier is failed. Second one, same, verified, but SuperProtect is failed. And then the third one, we see review recommended. If we click view, the carrier profile opens with the SuperProtect drawer immediately opening as well. I can see that this carrier passed 6 out of 8 checks for SuperProtect. In the first section, I see the internal checks. I see some data from some suspicious changes on the carrier account, phone number change, some extra changes in this case, email change as well. We can see the old value, the updated value, when that happens so that you can dig deeper if you want to. You will see some checks for marketplace activity. In this case, here there is a high number of pending requests considering the drivers the carrier has. This carrier has been blocklisted by 5 shippers, not a lot of history with Super, accepted loads feasibility okay, all FMCSA flags seem to be passed, registration, authority, all the compliance flags seem to be passed in this case. So if I want, I could do more vetting, or I can go and look for another carrier. So let's select this one. He's verified, but SuperProtect shows he's a failed. So if I click on view, it will also open the carrier profile. SuperProtect drawer always opens again. This carrier also passed 6 out of 8 checks, but he's on the risky side. Carrier account changes were also made, phone number, email, some other changes. Marketplace activity also shows some checks that didn't pass, high number of pending requests, more shippers blocklisted in this case recently, not a lot of history again with Super, and the remaining checks seem to all be passed. Another thing that you will notice on Shipper TMS is the SuperProtect tab. There is a SuperProtect tab where you'll be able to see all your monitored carriers. If you have monitored carriers, you'll receive email alerts if the risk level changes. If the risk level increases, you'll be able to see if they have active loads with you, the SuperProtect status in this case. Also, you'll be able to see to filter by the status, passed, review recommended, failed. We'll have an icon for attention if you have some carriers that are on the failed status. And if you don't have active loads with your carrier, you can always remove them from monitoring. Another thing that I would like to show you is we have a notification for SuperProtect. So by default, as I mentioned, all monitored carriers, if the risk level increases, you'll receive an email alert that is on by default. But on your notification section in Shipper TMS, you can disable that. easily by clicking here. You will only receive email alerts for those that have active loads with you. Also on the subscription details, SuperProtect works by tiers, the subscription. Here you'll be able to see in which tier you are, how much you are paying, how much you will pay for overages if you exceed your current tier, and where you are, how many carriers you can monitor per month within your tier, and where you are.